Hey everyone, it's Dawn, and I'm here with another plan with me in my Erin Condren. And let's just go ahead and get started. I chose a fall theme this week, and this is the week of the 7th through the 13th. And I'm a big fan of fall, so I've been excited to get into September and start planning with some fall themed items. Here's some scrapbook paper that I decided to use this week. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to incorporate each sheet of paper, but I really wanted to use this Sticko sticker set. I've had it for a very long time, and I think it goes really great with this set of paper. And I'm just pulling out my stickers here. These are some from Mambi that I may end up using later. These are stickers that I printed myself. I posted these up on Instagram a while ago, and they were actually just a sample, so they're not even on sticker paper. Here I'm showing you my Fear the Walking Dead TV show stickers, and I'm going to be going through my sets from Libby & Co. and seeing what I can use from these sets. I'm trying to stay with the color scheme of kind of the oranges, purples, and some greens and yellows. Here's some washi tape that I plan on using. And this is the Halloween washi that I picked up at Michael's. Yeah, Michael's not too long ago. And I find out later that I don't love it with this color scheme, so I end up not using it, but I wanted to have it just in case I felt like we needed sparkles in this spread. So I have my week sort of planned out. I use little post-it notes and put those out throughout the week, so I have an idea of what's going on even before I decorate. Here I'm just playing with the scrapbook paper that I have, trying to decide where I want to use them, if I want to cut them into boxes, use them across the top bar, down the side bar, or even on the bottom bar. So I'm just sort of coordinating, seeing if I have any stickers that would go with this set. And I did find some to use. So let's get into it. So I decided to use this, it's a leafy pattern paper down the sidebar, and then I would put my checklists on top of that. I like to keep my planner fairly usable. I don't like to cover it all up with decorations. I do like to have space to write. So when I cover the sidebar or the bottom bar, I want to be able to put lists on top of it. So I try not to use anything too dark. This I thought was just kind of borderline, too dark. And I had some overhangs, so I just went back and cut the edges off there. Okay, now I'm going ahead and covering up the words across the bottom bar, just using whiteout. Here I'm looking at the washi tape and decided, nope, the sparkles are not going to go with this spread. So I decided to use a purple washi, and this came from a set from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just covering up that bottom bar. I didn't make any headers this week. The last couple weeks I've made some headers to cover up the morning, day, and night. This week I didn't do that. I'm going back to my old ways of covering those headers with washi tape. So I just layered an orange underneath that. And I decided that I wanted to cover up the days of the week and the dates across the top of the spread. So I'm just using this 1-inch scalloped punch and punched out this purple polka dot scrapbook paper. And I'm whiting out some of the words that stick out beyond the scalloped piece of paper. Then I'm going to just letter and put the dates down. I'm thinking I should pick up a stamp set that I can use for this with some numbers on it. If you guys know of a stamp set, leave a comment down below so I can go check it out. So I'm just using my Sharpie and just outlining some numbers and then just coloring them in with my Sharpie. Color this last one in. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue those down just using a basic glue stick and making sure I put them in the right order. And these scallops are a little bit big for that top end, so I decided to go in, put my washi tape down first, and then put the scallops on top because they overhung just a little bit over that washi tape, and then they also hung a little bit up over the top of the page. So off camera, I went back later once the spread was finished and trimmed up the edges and got those scallops cleaned up. There we go. All right, I decided to use this pretty plaid paper for a September header up in the left sidebar. And I also use this for marking my work days. Typically, I make little flags and mark my work days, so I use this paper for that. So here I'm just taking that little rectangle that I made, putting that up in the top corner, and then I'll letter September up there later. Here I'm just flipping through the back of my Erin Condren trying to find a day off or a vacation sticker. I couldn't find one that matched the colors, so I just put a blank one down. So here I'm going in to mark my work days. I'm just making a couple little flags. I like using the scrapbook paper that goes with the theme of the spread. I end up making 3 initially and then realize I actually work 4 days this week, so I had to go back and make another one. But I just cut those little flags out and then glue them down in the top corner. This is a visual way for me to see what days I work, as my schedule rotates every week. So I also work on Sunday. I realize that later and go back and stick a flag on there too. So like I said before, these are stickers that I made in Microsoft Word, and this was before I had sticker paper and actually knew that I wanted to start making my own stickers for myself. So this is actually printed on a regular piece of paper. It was just a test run to see how my printer would do, what it would look like, and how easy it would be to cut. So I've made stickers already before, but I had this in my stash of stickers and little test run prints that I've had. So I went ahead and printed them, just cut them out, glued them down. I didn't want to waste it. So one is a picture of a bicycle, or I guess it's a tricycle, on a leafy road, and the colors just went perfect. The other one is the top of a girl's head laying in some fall leaves, which I thought was so cute. So I printed those out, cut those, and just glued them. So I also cut out my Walking Dead sticker so I could put that down. I'm excited for that to come back this week. Who else is watching Walking Dead? If you're watching it, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you like it, if you're disappointed. So I'm marking Monday night is the Bachelor in Paradise. I believe it's the finale. And of course, my first day back at work gets a coffee cup. And I was going to mark my payday here, but I went into my Libby & Co. set and put a little appointment window down and then put my money symbol from Oh Hello Stationery on top of it. The little coffee cup, I believe, is from the Sassy Planner. I'll link all the shops below. And then the little TV on Monday night is from Oh Hello Stationery. So here I'm just going through some little stickers that I printed at home. And I'll link this shop below as well. I did purchase this digital PDF so I could print those out whenever I wanted. And that sticker says, I think it's very healthy to spend time alone. You need to know how to be alone and not be defined by another person, which I totally agree with, which is why I love my work schedule, how it rotates. I have some weekdays off and work, some weekends. It's always changing. So here I'm just going through my sticker book using, this is Oh Hello Stationery workout stickers, and then I'm just popping back into that Libby & Co. set for half boxes and some appointment stickers. And just staying with the orange and green and purple theme. Here I'm using my little wine glass sort of off camera from the Sassy Planner, and put that down on the Bachelor in Paradise. So here I'm going to cut out my weekend banner. I typically use the same set of weekend banners every week, and they're printables. I'll link them below. I will link them below so you can go take a look. I really love this set. Yeah, it's a little obnoxious for me to cut out because I don't have a silhouette, but I love how they look. There's so many color options, and I can just keep going back and reprinting. So here is where I realized, oh yeah, I work on Sunday as well. So I went back and made a flag for that day for work. There we go. I didn't like how the flag wasn't all the way at the top, so I just peeled up my weekend banner and put it underneath. These are Libby & Co. half boxes, which I love. Here's more Libby & Co. I decided on my first day off I needed a checkbox and wanted to label it to clean. So I put that down. And then on Saturday, there is a wedding show in Tacoma. It's their fall wedding show. I'm not absolutely sure if I'm going to be going, but I put that scalloped header there so I could fill that in if I wanted to go. Sunday, of course, is football day, so I'm using this half box that I printed, and it was actually a misprint. You can see it doesn't go all the way to the edge, but the color was so pretty with the green and the blue, I didn't want to waste it. So I just, my printer just cut off an edge, so both edges are supposed to be round, and it's supposed to fit in that area. But I'm okay that it doesn't. I want to use it. And Saturday is Husky football day, so I am marking that as well. And my second day off on the 11th, I wanted to mark a to-do, but I didn't have a good checklist box to put in there, a full box. So I'm just using my Studio L2E stamp kit, and I'm just stamping this little checklist. And I'll link these below too. I believe this is from the Planet set. So here I'm just peeking at my monthly spread, making sure I'm not forgetting anything of importance. So I wanted to mark on my work days with the hydrate stamp. I used to do this every single time, but I've been covering up so much white space in my planner the last few weeks that I haven't been able to mark those work days with this hydrate stamp, which I really like. I do like to track my water intake when I'm at work. I work long 12-hour days and I'm pretty active at work, moving around a lot, so it's important that I keep track of that. So I went ahead and stamped those on my work days and then just moved that coffee cup up a little bit so I could fit it. So on that purple sticker, it's a little hard to see on camera, but I just used a vacation stamp and just marked over that purple Erin Condren sticker that I have vacation that day, which is Labor Day. Looking back, I didn't actually put that day was Labor Day. Not exactly sure why. There I just used a Libby & Co. student loan sticker. So on my payday, I need to be reminded to pay on my student loan. So I just grabbed this scallop header sticker from a Libby & Co. set, and I wanted to make 2 checklists over here on the side. And then a little bit off camera, I just used a half box to mark my reading this week. I did finish my book from last week, so I'm excited to get started on my next one. Here I'm just lettering out September, and you could put honestly whatever you want right here. But I wanted to practice some cursive lettering and fill in this little box that I put up here too. So I just used a pencil to outline it and then went back with my Sharpie. Once it all dries, I take my eraser and go back and clean up some of the pencil. So I marked the first list as to do, and I realized later I'm a little off camera here, but the next list is for wedding. So I just lettered that there, and then I'm putting down my book that I'm reading, which I haven't actually started yet, but I got it downloaded and I'm all ready to go. And the book is called All the Light We Cannot See. And I believe it's a World War II inspired book. All right, so I'm just filling out my planner kind of throughout the week. Here I'm marking my work crew meeting. So as I'm lettering, I did find the book. It's by Anthony Doerr, and I can link it below as well. And it looks like, I'm just looking up the book here, a blind 14-year-old French girl who flees to the countryside when her father disappears in Nazi-occupied Paris. And there's also a German orphan involved. Anyway, it looks pretty intense, but I can check back and let you know how it goes. So I'm just finishing up the lettering here. I'm using a Papermate Flare pen, which I like because the tip is so fine. And then once that dries again, I'll go back with an eraser. So on this day, I have to text my farrier and let him know that we have a very early appointment on Thursday morning. So I put a reminder to remind him in my planner. Here I'm marking payday. Exciting. And I want to pay $100 on my student loan. And I'm listing out what I need to clean this week on my day off. Yep, totally screwed up. So I went back and put in another half box and realized you cannot make your letters that big. So mark that for groceries. And here I'm just noting that this is the Tacoma Wedding Show. I'm not positive if I'm going or not yet. There's some goo on my planner here. I'm not sure where it's from, but it wouldn't come off. Here I'm marking the Husky football game. 11 a.m. And the Seahawks game is an early one at 10. And I'll be at work that day, but we are having a potluck. So I'm just going to mark up on my little work box next to my work flag here that we're going to potluck for the Seahawks game. We're doing a breakfast theme since the game's so early. So over here on the sidebar, I wanted to put some sort of checklist. So I just used my Studio L2E stamps and stamped some checkboxes there to make it a little easier for me to go through my lists. So here I'm just taking my eraser and just erasing my little pencil marks. The Papermate flares, they don't, once you let them dry, you can really erase pretty vigorously and the ink doesn't smear. Same with the Sharpies, obviously. So I forgot to mark my farrier appointment, which is on Thursday the 10th. So I'm pulling out my token horse stickers that I get from Hobby Lobby. I use these pretty much every week, at least one time. And I'm just marking that I have that farrier appointment at 6:30 in the morning. All right, so here's the original sticker set that I wanted to use for this set that I kind of got inspired by this set anyway. And I'm just going to go ahead and place these stickers down. There we go. And I usually don't cover too much white space, but this week I really wanted to use this whole set. I figured the little corns and little gourds that are on this sticker set, I probably wouldn't use them anywhere else. So I wanted to make sure I used the majority of these stickers. Thought this scarecrow was so cute, and I know I used up a ton of white space putting him on there, but it was a vacation Monday and we were out of town. So I was not concerned about covering up all that white space. Look at this cute little fence line with a bird on it. It's so cute. This set was from Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure you could find it at Michael's, wherever it carries the Sticko stickers. Some of them had a hard time coming off. Maybe it's just because I've had them for so long. They've definitely been in my collection for maybe a year. So here I placed a sunflower down on Sunday, which is a work day, so I also didn't mind covering up that open box there. And there's just this is a little flower box or flower pot. And I'm just putting the little leaves down and the corns. These little corns I thought were so cute. They're a nice quality sticker, but they don't come up once they're down. The pumpkins are adorable. So happy to be able to use fall stickers and pumpkins, and I've seen some people on YouTube doing their Halloween spreads. Love it. Absolutely love it. And put this little gourd down. There we go. And last little birdhouse. All right, that completes my plan with me this week and completes my spread. As you can see, I have some checklists to still fill out as the week goes on. But I hope you guys like this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next plan with me.